Hello everyone, welcome to Drishti CUET and welcome to your GAT course, General Science course, where you have a General Science portion. And in this General Science, again, you have to cover your physics, chemistry, and biology. Like in your GAT, you have to go through all your, general knowledge subjects like history, polity, geography, and all. So simultaneously, this is again a new topic which is introduced by NTA, or you can say which is introduced in your CUT UG syllabus with this year, and this is your general science portion. So now we are going to cover this topic one by one. Like today we have a basic physics sessions. We are going to cover this physics sessions in physics portion in the two part, or you can say two sessions. In this first part, we are going to cover the basic physics. If you talk about the number of questions, like how much questions they will ask you about from the general science portion, apart from your domain subject, so it's hardly like 4 to 5, maximum 4 to 5 questions you will get it in your exam. And these questions are also not in very depth. Mostly they will ask you questions related to the facts. Sometimes you may get questions related to some basic formula numericals, as well as most of the time, like, you will get questions related to the everyday science, like whatever the science we are going to learn in everyday na, the chemistry portion, the chemical reactions, acid base reactions, metal and non-metals. Similarly, in physics also, you should know about what is non-work power energy, like the concept of work, Newton's law of motion, gravitation, electricity, magnetism. So the basic concept you should know, their definitions, their types, their mechanism, their working process, how these are connected to our day-to-day life. Similarly, in biology also, you have to cover all those, like the basic biology, like the cell, human body, about our digestive, circulatory, all these systems you have to cover in the biology portions. So in total, the general science, all the three subjects we are going to cover. Okay, today is the first lecture of your GAT, General Science, and that is your basic physics, right? Under this basic physics, we'll be covering motion and types of motion, right? Forces and laws of motion. Okay, so you should know what is motion, what are the various types of motion, equation of motion. These are very important. What is velocity, what is acceleration, speed. These are the basic things you should know. Their formula you should know. Okay, then we'll go to force and the laws of motion. After that, you should know about work, energy, power, gravitation, sound, its characteristic, speed, right, reflection, then the numerical practice basics. So I'll give you a chart, right? I'll give you a formula list related to these topics. Whatever the formula is, important formula related to these topics, I'll just prepare a list for that. Try to practice. If you have any MCQ book like Lucent, or from the Drishti only, if you have any book, just try to practice numerical from there. Hardly you will get a numerical, but yes, definitely conceptual question you will get. Okay, so let's begin the session here. First of all, let us understand what do you mean by motion. Okay, as the name indicate, motion is if the location or position of an object changes with time, the object is said to be in motion. Otherwise, it is in state of rest. Okay, so like suppose I am an object and I am just standing still. ठीक है, तो what you will say that ma'am is in a rest. Okay, but if I'll start moving, I'll come forward, or if I'll go back, okay, if I'll go left, I'll go right. So what I'm doing, I'm just changing my location, right? I'll come to left, I'll go to the right. So I'm just changing my location, right? This is what we call motion. So any object, if the object change its position, it is said to be in a motion. If the object is remain same position, not changing, it is called as the object as in a rest. Understood? Definition clear हो गया? Now, based on the motion, like we have various types of motions, right? Now, what are the various types of motions? One is the rectilinear motion, right? What is rectilinear motion, guys? Motion in which object follow a straight path, right? So, rectilinear motion is a motion in which object follow a straight path, like athlete running in a, like a, क्या कहते हैं उसको, जो ट्रैक होता है. Okay, so if I'll just moving straight like this, or I'll go come back like this, so this type of motion is called rectilinear. That means the object moves in a straight path. Okay, circular motion is what? If the movement of an object along the circumference of the circle or rotation along the circular arc. अभी यहाँ पे क्या है? See, the motion takes place along the circumference, like this is the needle of your clock and it covers the circumference of the circle. So this type of motion is called as a circular motion. ठीक है, ऐसे motion को हम क्या कहते हैं? Circular motion कहते हैं. Like suppose you have a round path and you will just moving like this, 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 and then come back. This is what we call circular motion. Rotational motion, motion in which object rotates around a fixed axis. Okay, so what happened? An object is rotating, but location is not changing. What happened? Like suppose this is an object. So at an axis only it is rotating, rotating, rotating. Like suppose I am in the axis and in my axis only I am just rotating like this. Okay, so this is what we called rotational motion. Periodic motion, the motion repeated in equal interval of time, right? So what happened? If the motion is repeated in equal interval of time, like suppose once the pendulum comes here, then again go back, go there, again come back. So this is what we call to and fro motion. ठीक है, इसको periodic कहते हैं. Like once I'll go there, I'll come back, go there, come back, go there, come back. This is called repeated motion. Okay, every time I'm just repeating my motion. This is periodic motion. So based on the motion of an object, right, motion is divided into 4 types. Clear? What are object तो समझ में आ गया ना? Anything, like suppose I am an object. You have a ball, that is also an object. Okay. Now again, motion can be classified as uniform motion and non-uniform or variable motion, right? Motion can be classified as uniform or non-uniform. Non-uniform motion can also be categorized as variable motion. What is the difference between them? First of all, now in uniform motion, if the object cover same distance, right? If the object suppose object cover a distance in the same time difference, like suppose in every 5 minutes, in every 5 minutes any vehicle cover 5 kilometer. After 5 minutes again it covers 5 kilometer. Again in next 5 kilometer it cover next 5 kilometer. Okay, like suppose see here, this is 1 minute. So in 1 minute 10 kilometer. Again in 2 minutes 20 kilometers. So what is this? This is again 10 kilometer only, na? It covers only 10 kilometers. In next 1 minute, the time difference is same. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Right? Distance is also same. 10, 10, 10. So what you can say? You can say that this type of motion is uniform motion. So what is uniform motion? It is a kind of motion in which object cover same object cover a distance at same interval of time. Okay, so when a body cover equal distance in a straight line in equal interval of time, right, doesn't matter how small the time is. मतलब हर 5 मिनट में 5 किलोमीटर, हर 5 मिनट में 5 किलोमीटर. Okay, this type of motion is called as a uniform motion. Always uniform motion, like it can be in the straight line. Okay, it shows a straight line in a graph like this. It will show a straight line in a graph. Now what is non-uniform motion? Now see, when a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. Now see what happened, time is same 5 minutes. Okay, so in first 5 minutes it cover 5 kilometer, in next 5 minutes it cover only 3 kilometer, again in next 5 kilometer it cover 5, again suppose it cover 5 kilometer, in next 5 minutes it covers 10 kilometer, like this. So what happened, time is equal, but now the time difference is equal, na? At every time interval is different, 5, 5, 5, but the distance cover is now changes. Okay, so what happened, the distance cover changes. Clear? So this is what we call variable motion or uniform motion. In this case, the direction of motion always remain same. So like this you will get a question in your exam, like what happened if the object is moving in a uniform motion, the direction of object is same or differ. So in case of uniform, the direction of motion remain same. In case of non-uniform, the direction of motion changes. Example, body moving with a constant speed in a straight line has a uniform motion. Circular motion is an example of non-uniform motion. Clear? So in circular motion, every time direction changes, right? How direction changes? Like suppose this is a circular motion. So at every point, if you draw a tangent, see, the direction changes, right? So every time if direction changes, then that is your non-uniform motion. Clear everyone? What is motion, types of motion, uniform and non-uniform motion, everything. Now let us understand the other concept, that is displacement versus distance. So many times the student get confused that they thought that both are same only. Okay, both are same only, but actually it's a minor difference between them. Basically, displacement is the shortest length between an object start and the end point, right? As well as the direction of motion. Distance is the total length of the path of an object. अब इसको ऐसे समझिए कि like suppose this is the starting point, okay, and this is the end point. Start, end point. Okay. So now what happened? If you have to start here and you should reach here, okay? So either directly you reach there or first you go there, then you come back to the end point. Okay, there are two ways na, how you can reach to the end point, right? Like suppose this is A and B. If A has to reach B, this is one way. Another way, it can move like any way, na, reaches to the B. So displacement is always the shortest path. So now among these three, which is the shortest path? This one is the shortest path only, na. So now the shortest length between the object start and the end point as well as the direction of motion is called displacement, right? So suppose this is the start point, this is the end point. Right direction if it moves, cover 5 meter. Okay, this is what we call, suppose Suppose this is one of the example. Okay, so now if the total distance between start and end point is 5 meter, okay, if you go there then come back, so the total distance is what? 5 meter. Here you have just reached within 2 meter. The shortest distance is the 2 meter only. Now from here to here is 2 meter and from here to here is 3 meter suppose. Okay, the total is, see, this is the point, this is the point, 5 meter. But actually you have covered the distance only in 2 meter. This is displacement. What is distance? The total path, right? The total length of the path an object travel. Like start point, end point, 5 meter distance. So what you did? First you go here, then you come here. So this is 5, this is 3, total 8 meter. So 8 meter will be the distance. Displacement is only 2 meter because you will reach to the destination within 2 meter only. Am I clear? Either you hold your nose like this or you hold your nose like this. So if you hold like this, displacement. If you hold like this, distance. I think इससे better example अब कोई नहीं हो सकता है to make you understand distance and displacement. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now what is velocity and speed? What is the difference between velocity and the speed? First of all, understand speed, then let's go to the velocity. Okay. Speed क्या होती है? ऐसे समझो. Suppose आपका friend है and he covered 2 chapters of GAT, 2 topics of GAT in 30 minutes. Okay. Another friend covers 2 topics of GAT in 15 minutes. You covers 2 topics of GAT in 20 minutes. So, what you can say? Like one will cover same 2 topic in 30 minutes, other will cover same topic in 20 minutes, other will cover same topic in 15 minutes. So the speed of covering topic is more in case of 15 minutes, those who cover same topic in 15 minutes na, and the speed is very less those who cover in 30 minutes. तो जो 30 मिनट में कवर करेगा उसकी स्पीड स्लो हो गई ना, कि उसको 30 मिनट लग रहा है 2 टॉपिक पढ़ने में, एक बंदा है 15 मिनट में 2 टॉपिक खत्म कर रहे हो, तो हम कहेंगे ना इसकी स्पीड ज्यादा है, समझने की स्पीड इसकी बहुत ज्यादा है. Same thing with the object also. Okay, so how you are going to define a speed? Speed is the scalar quantity, will let you know afterwards, signify only the magnitude of the rate of, speed is actually the rate of change of an object movement. Okay, speed is what? Rate of change of object movement. Now guys, how you are going to define rate of change of object movement? See, okay, so understand like this, key rate is what? Object movement. Like suppose distance cover by time taken. Okay. So speed is distance upon time, right? So how you are going to define a speed is how much distance covered divided by time taken. Always rate is defined with per unit time. कितने समय में कितना distance cover हुआ. कितने टाइम में कितने टॉपिक्स आपने कवर किए. सो हाउ मच टाइम यू हैव टेकन टू कंप्लीट योर टॉपिक is the rate of your study. Similarly, rate of an object, rate of a vehicle is how much distance it cover in how much time, right? That is the speed. So speed is what? Distance traveled by time taken. Distance traveled by time taken. Suppose 5 or suppose 50 kilometer in 5 minutes. Okay, so this is what? Speed, right? Now it is said that, or you can say 25 meter per second, or you can say 50 meter per second. Okay, this is how you are going to define speed. Now it is said that speed is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means there are two types of quantity. Please try to memorize. Scalar and the vector. Either the quantity is a scalar, any physical quantity. Either it is a scalar or it is vector. It is a scalar when it will give you only the magnitude, only the value, like 25 meter per second, 50 meter per second. So these are what? Magnitude, values. Okay, so this is how you are going to define speed, and this is a scalar quantity which only tells you the magnitude. Clear? Now let's understand velocity. What is velocity? It is the vector quantity. Okay, vector quantity is that quantity, right, where you get to know speed as well as you get to know the direction. Like any vehicle with speed, you get to know that any vehicle is moving 25 meter per second speed or 50 kilometer per hour speed. ठीक है, but velocity will tell you any vehicle is moving 25 meter per second towards north. So any vehicle which is moving 25 kilometer per second towards north is the velocity. So any time अगर direction बता रहे हैं तो that will be the velocity. Same है दोनों, speed and velocity both are same. Only the difference is in velocity you got to know the direction also. Speed, no need to know, you are not going to get the direction. That's why speed is a scalar, tells you only the magnitude. Velocity is vector, tells you the magnitude as well as direction. ठीक है, अब आप सोचो टेम्परेचर क्या होगा. फिजिकल क्वांटिटी है, टेल्स द टेम्परेचर ऑफ योर बॉडी. क्या ये स्केलर है या वेक्टर है? यू ट्राई टू थिंक ओवर देयर. व्हाट डू यू गेट टू नो अबाउट टेम्परेचर? ये आपका होमवर्क होगा. ठीक है, यू हैव टू टेल मी लाइक टेम्परेचर क्या है, स्केलर क्वांटिटी है और वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है. व्हाट यू गेट टू नो विद द टेम्परेचर? मैग्नीट्यूड, डायरेक्शन, व्हाट? So this is what we called velocity. Both definition is same, rate of change of or distance travel upon time taken. In one, no direction, other will tell you direction. Next we have acceleration. What is acceleration, guys? The rate of change of velocity is termed as acceleration. Now see, now if you are changing the rate of change of velocity, now अगर आप अब velocity की rate को change करेंगे, जब भी rate आ गई, जिसके भी rate के बारे में बात करेंगे, हमेशा उसको divide करेंगे time से. जैसे rate of distance की बात किया तो time से देखा, कितने time में how much distance cover. Rate of velocity की बात करेंगे तो change in velocity per unit time. Okay. So here the rate of change of velocity is termed as acceleration. Acceleration is what now? Change in velocity per unit time. Okay. Change in velocity per unit time. Okay. ओके, नाउ वेलोसिटी, चेंज इन वेलोसिटी क्या होगी? डेल्टा वी, एक्सेलरेशन इज डेल्टा वी बाई डेल्टा टी, ठीक है. Now this change is velocity, this is the average velocity. Average you can calculate from final minus initial. So now suppose final velocity minus initial velocity upon final time minus initial time, right? This is the rate of change of velocity per unit time, dv by delta t, right? So change in velocity per unit time. Here if you are not changing the time as well, so you can just write t. Okay, so acceleration, final velocity minus initial upon time. So if you will get a question to calculate the acceleration, simply change in velocity per unit time. Now these are the equation of motions. Maybe you will get numerical, maybe you will not, but the better thing is to read at least once, to practice at least once. So these are the equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at. Now V is what? Final velocity. U is what? Initial velocity, right? A is acceleration. T is time. S is distance covered. तो अब आपको कोई भी वैल्यू दिया हो, with these three formula you are able to calculate. So suppose you have given initial velocity, acceleration, time, you can calculate the velocity. Distance, you know the velocity, you know the acceleration, time, calculate the distance, how much distance is covered. If no time is given and you have to calculate any of the three, you can use these formula. Okay. Equation of motion for free falling bodies. Free falling bodies means there the gravitation, acceleration due to gravitation work on. Okay, so in that case, wherever you have a, right? So if the gravity works over that object, any body, if any body is falling freely, in that case, in place of a, you are using small g, and the formula becomes gt square gh, like that. S becomes h. Okay, when the body is free falling, then you are using this formula. When the body is in a motion, you are using this formula. Am I clear to everyone? So this is the basics of motion. I hope you have understood the difference between all and the formulas. Now let us understand another concept, force and the laws of motion. Now force क्या होता है? A push or pull acting on an object. क्या होता है? Push or pull acting on an object. इसको आप ऐसे समझो कि फोर्स, जैसे मान लीजिए आपने किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को पुश किया, दिस इज व्हाट फोर्स. किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को खींचा अपनी तरफ, दिस इज व्हाट पुल, राइट? तो जब भी आप किसी चीज पे फोर्स लगाते हो, लाइक सपोज आई एम जस्ट पुशिंग दिस बॉल, so what I am doing, I am making it, I am pushing this, so I am applying a force. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट उठाने के लिए I am applying a force, then only I am able to take this object. So force क्या है? Simply push and pull of an object. Force की यूनिट क्या होती है? न्यूटन, right? What is the unit of force? न्यूटन. Please remember this. इफेक्ट क्या है फोर्स का? With the help of force, you can change the speed. ठीक है, अगर आपने बहुत तेजी से फोर्स लगा के धक्का किया, तो सेम ऑब्जेक्ट विल ट्रेवल अ लॉन्गर डिस्टेंस इन अ स्मॉलर टाइम. अगर आपने धीरे धीरे फोर्स लगाया, तो अभी स्पीड कम हो जाएगी. तो विद द हेल्प ऑफ फोर्स, यू कैन चेंज द स्पीड. With the help of force you can change the direction. With the help of force you can change the shape as well. Okay, like कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है उसको आपने कस के प्रेस किया, you are applying force, so with that force what happened, the shape of the object changes. Okay, कोई सीधा जा रहा है, आपने उसको धक्का मार दिया, अभी क्या हो रहा है, changes the direction. So these are the effect of force. Then Newton's law of motion. So Newton's, according to Newton's law of motion, basically Newton's ने 3 लॉ दिए थे मोशन के, ठीक है, फर्स्ट, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड लॉ. जो न्यूटन का फर्स्ट लॉ था, दैट लॉ इज नोन एज लॉ ऑफ inertia. You all know about Newton's, no need to give a proper clarification, everybody know about Newton's, very famous. Okay, so basically the gravity, you know, एप्पल गिरा, उसी से आप सबको याद होगा. तो न्यूटन्स ने मोशन के लिए 3 लॉज दिए. He has given 3 law of motion. His first law of motion is known as law of inertia. Okay, an object, what does it says, an object remain at rest or in uniform motion unless acted upon an external force. मतलब कि कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, that object remains in rest only, okay, until and unless you are applying an external force on him. मतलब ये ना किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट की क्वालिटी होती है, जैसे आप खुद की देख लो. What happens when you are, suppose when you are sleeping, you just want to sleep until and unless your mother will come and scold you, get up, it's time to study, it's time to take a class. Mother is an external force and you just scared and you just wake up. So what happened, until and unless your mother will not come, you are just sleeping only, na? When your mother will come and scold you, then only you wake up. So similarly, कोई भी object है in the universe, any single particle, atom, anything, they all remain in rest until and unless some force act on it. जब तक उसको कोई खींचेगा नहीं, उसको धक्का नहीं मारेगा, until and unless any force applied on a body, okay, that object is remains in a rest. I have this pen, ये as it is रहेगा, ठीक है. जब मैं इसको धक्का मारूंगी, then it moves, it roll down. Okay, so this is what we call Newton's first law of motion. This is only inertia. Inertia is what? Inertia is a property of an object which resist any change in them. Inertia क्या है? अपने अंदर कोई भी चेंज नहीं होने देती है, ठीक है. इनर्शिया रेजिस्ट एनी काइंड ऑफ चेंज. अगर वो मोशन में है तो वो मोशन में ही रहेगा जब तक कि कोई उसे रोकता नहीं है, राइट. इफ अ बॉडी इज इन अ मोशन, it will remain in a motion until and unless you go and stop them. If a body is in rest, it will remain in rest until and unless you just force him to move forward or backward. This is the first law of motion. Okay, law of inertia. What is the second law of motion? The second law is the calculation of force actually. Force, second law calculate the magnitude of force actually. Initially force is known to be any pull and push, but how you can calculate the force, mathematical expression of force is given in the second law of motion. And force is equal to what? M into A, mass into acceleration. Now what is acceleration? Mass is your body mass, acceleration change in velocity per unit time. And what is velocity? Distance upon time. Distance upon time. Change in velocity, distance upon time. Right. So what is force? M into A. मतलब कि your force is directly proportional to mass of an object. Your force is directly proportional to acceleration of an object. ठीक है. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? अगर कोई हैवी ऑब्जेक्ट है, इफ देयर इज एन हैवी ऑब्जेक्ट, यू हैव टू अप्लाई मोर फोर्स ऑन दैट. आपको ज्यादा फोर्स अप्लाई करना होगा ना. किसी कार को अगर आपको धक्का मारना है, यू हैव टू अप्लाई मोर फोर्स एज कंपेयर टू अ साइकिल. साइकिल को आप कम फोर्स में आगे बढ़ा सकते हो, यू कैन मेक देम इन अ मोशन, बट फॉर अ कार यू हैव टू अप्लाई मोर फोर्स. तो जैसे जैसे बॉडी का मास बढ़ता जाएगा, एज द मास ऑफ अ बॉडी इंक्रीजेस, फोर्स अप्लाई ऑन इट ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेस, डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल. ओके, व्हाट इज एक्सेलरेशन? नाउ जितना ज्यादा फोर्स लगेगा उतना तेजी से वो ऑब्जेक्ट मूव करेगा. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सपोज you just went in a shopping mall. ओके, आपने एक कार्ट लिया, यू जस्ट टेक अ पुली और कार्ट. ओके, यू नो कार्ट जिसमें आप सामान रखते हैं. ठीक है, अभी क्या होगा? इनिशियली when you have nothing in that, what happen? Very easily, very fastly, you are just applying a very less force, you applying very less force, and very fast that cart is moving. So what happened? The cart is moving in a less force only, the acceleration is higher. But what happened? As you pull the cart full, then what happened? Mass increases, you have to apply more force, and then the acceleration, the speed now less ना, speed तो कम हो रही है धीरे धीरे per unit time. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है कि ज्यादा force लग रहा है आपको उसको आगे बढ़ाने में. So force is directly proportional to mass into acceleration. This is the second law of motion. Third law of motion says every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. तो हर एक्शन का एक इक्वल अपोजिट रिएक्शन होता है. यू बेटर नो अबाउट दैट. ओके, दैट इज द थर्ड लॉ. लाइक सपोज एक रॉकेट प्रोपल्जन हो रहा है. सो जब भी एक रॉकेट जाता है स्पेस में, क्या देखते हो? सबसे पहले आग निकलती है नीचे से ना, द फायर कम्स आउट, राइट? सो द फोर्स विथ विच द फायर एग्जिट फ्रॉम द रॉकेट, राइट, उसके अपोजिट में rocket, what will the rocket will do? Fire will go downward, right, and rocket will go upward with the same force. So what happened? Equal force, opposite direction. That is the third law of motion. Okay, so this is what we call third law of motion. Inertia, understand what is inertia? Tendency of an object to resist change in its state. Then we have three types of inertia. What are these? Inertia of rest, right? One of them is inertia of rest. So what is inertia of rest? The property of a body due to which a body opposes its change of state of rest is called inertia of रेस्ट. तो क्या होता है इनर्शिया ऑफ रेस्ट? इनर्शिया ऑफ रेस्ट जो है, व्हेन अ बॉडी, ठीक है, रेस्ट में रहती है, इट वांट्स टू बी इन अ रेस्ट, इट रेजिस्ट एनी काइंड ऑफ चेंज, इट रेजिस्ट एनी काइंड ऑफ मोशन. So that is the inertia of rest, the property of a body due to which body opposes its change. Like suppose if a carpet is beaten by a stick, the dust particle start coming out of it. तो क्या हुआ? सपोज आपके पास एक कारपेट है, ठीक है, अभी डस्ट उसमें चिपके हुए हैं. डस्ट आर व्हाट? दे आर द ऑब्जेक्ट, दे आर द पार्टिकल, दे आर इन अ रेस्ट. आपने क्या किया? जब आपने डंडे से कारपेट पे मारना शुरू किया, then what happened? The carpet started moving. As you are beating, the carpet started moving. So what happened? When the carpet started moving, the dust particle, they are remain in the rest ना, तो they just fall down. ठीक है, क्योंकि वो रेस्ट में रहना चाहते हैं. तो कारपेट के साथ that particle is not moving. What happened? When carpet is moving, dust particle is getting down. ठीक है, तो this is what we call inertia of rest. When a tree is shaken, its fruits and the leaf fallen down. So when the tree is moving, it is moving to and fro slightly. but the leaf and fruit tends to remain in rest due to their inertia and hence detach from the tree. Then inertia of motion. It is another type of inertia, inertia of motion. The property by virtue of which a body opposes its state of motion. Again, अगर कोई body motion में है, it does not want to be come rest. ठीक है? That is inertia of motion. A person sitting on a moving car throw forward when sudden brake is applied. तो आपने ये फील किया होगा कि अगर आप फ्रंट कार में बैठे हो, बस में बैठे हो, ठीक है, तो क्या हो रहा है, सडनली सपोज यू आर, बस ने ब्रेक लगाया तो आप तो स्ट्रेट बैठे, यू आर सिटिंग स्ट्रेट, आप रेस्ट में हो, नहीं, यू आर जस्ट मूविंग विद अ बस. अभी क्या हुआ, बस रुक गया, बट स्टिल यू आर मूविंग. सो व्हाट हैपेंड, यू मूव फॉरवर्ड with the bus, you are also moving, right? But when the brake apply, now the bus is stopped and you just move forward. ठीक है? This is an example of inertia of motion. Then the third is inertia of direction. It tells that if an object is moving in one direction, it always wants to move in one direction only. It does not want to change the direction. Right? So, example, when a car takes a sharp turn. Now, suppose you are moving in a car and you are just taking a sharp turn. So, क्या होता है, जब हम turn लेते हैं, तो उसके साथ जब car turn लेती है, right? You are moving, car is moving. So, what happened? We tend to fall sideways because of our inertia, tendency to continue moving in same direction. अभी क्या हुआ, हम सीधे जा रहे हैं, कार ने टर्न लिया, तो as the car will turn, हम भी ऐसे टर्न ले लेते हैं, right? We also get a turn. So हमें जाना था सीधा, but when the car moves, हमने भी ऐसे टर्न लिया. This is what we called inertia of motion. So this is your force and you can say Newton's law of motion. Another topic which is very important is your work, power and energy. Right? Now, what is work? How you are going to define work? W is equal to define as F into D cos theta. Right? Now, first of all, try to understand what is work actually. F is what? F is force. Okay? And D is what? Distance. Right? Now, suppose what happens? Work क्या होता है? काम करना होता है. ठीक है, तो सपोज करो इफ आई एम पुशिंग दिस वॉल, ठीक है, इफ दिस इज द वॉल, राइट, एंड इफ आई एम पुशिंग दिस वॉल वेरी हार्ड वेरी हार्ड वेरी हार्ड वेरी हार्ड एंड आई एम गेटिंग सो टायर्ड, राइट, तो क्या होगा, आफ्टर सम टाइम आई सेड दैट ओके आई एम गेटिंग वेरी टायर्ड, आई हैव डन लॉट्स ऑफ वर्क, ठीक है, मैंने बहुत काम किया क्योंकि मैं थक गई. आप करोगे कि मैम मैंने तो बहुत पढ़ाई की, full day I'm studying and studying. ठीक है, आप यही कहोगे कि the full day I'm just totally studying and I'll have a lots of work. This is work in general case, but actually in physics this is not the work, because according to physics work is what? Work is force into displacement. What is work? Force into displacement. That means if I apply force on an object, and by applying force, like suppose this is an object and I am applying a force on this object, right? After applying a force, if this object will reach here, right? ये object A था, after applying a force, if this object reaches here, initially it is here, right? After that it reaches here. So what happened? It covered this much distance. Right? On applying force, the object is initially here, but when I apply a force, the object reaches this place. Okay? Then this is what we called work done. तो work done क्या होता है? जब तक कोई object, like कोई भी object है, अगर हमने उस पर सिर्फ force लगाया, object में कोई displacement नहीं हुआ, it have not covered any distance. So ये वर्क नहीं होगा अकॉर्डिंग टू फिजिक्स. ठीक है, If I apply a force, and on applying a force, if it cover a distance, then this is what we call work done. ठीक है, इसे कहा जाता है work done. So what is work done? F into D. What is cos theta? Cos theta is the angle between the force applying and the distance cover. ठीक है. Now suppose in this case what happened? You are applying force in this direction and if the distance is cover also in this direction. ठीक है, तो यहां तो कोई थीटा नहीं बन रहा है, एंगल नहीं बन रहा है. सो यू कैन से हियर द थीटा इज 0. सो फोर्स थीटा इज द एंगल between the distance cover and the force applied. Now here the work may be positive, work may be negative, work may be neutral. So work may be positive, work may be negative, work may be neutral. ठीक है, when the work is positive, if the direction of force and the displacement both are in same direction. Negative, if the force apply in this direction and the distance cover in this direction. Neutral or 0. In place of neutral, write down 0. Right, work done is 0 means if you are applying force in this direction and distance cover in this direction, in that case you have a 0 work done. ठीक है. Also in the 90 degree direction, if the angle forms 90 degree, in that case also the work done is 0. Okay. So unit of work is joule. Please remember all the units. These are the important. Work is positive if force and displacement are in the same direction. Now what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do any work. आपके अंदर एनर्जी होगा तभी तो आप किसी चीज को धक्का मार पाओगे, राइट? सो इट इज व्हाट? इट इज जस्ट द कैपेसिटी टू डू एनी वर्क. ओके, एनर्जी is the capacity only to do work. So in many case work is equal to energy. जितना energy होगा उतना काम होगा. तो you can say that E is equal to W, right? जितनी energy उतना काम. SI unit joule. Now this energy is of two major type. Actually it is of three types, like kinetic energy, potential energy and mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is the sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. ठीक है. Now what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is actually the amount of energy in any object, that is the energy obtained when an object is in a motion. मतलब कि जब ये energy होगी then only the object is in a motion. ठीक है. Like suppose if I am moving, so in this time, at this time, what type of energy I am having? I am having kinetic energy. So whenever an object is in motion, so at this time which type of energy work on? Kinetic energy. So what is kinetic energy? The energy which you will get in a object when it is in a motion. Now I am still, I am not moving anywhere. Okay, so I am not having kinetic energy. But once I started moving, I am just moving with the help of kinetic energy. Understood? Kinetic energy is represented by half mv square. So this is what the kinetic energy. M is what? Mass of an object. V is the velocity. Okay. Initial mgh, right? Potential velocity क्या होती है? mgh. Like हमेशा, always potential velocity you will get at the height only. Okay. So at particular height you will get a potential energy. So whenever an object as it height it has, like suppose आपको सीढ़ी चढ़ के मतलब आपको ऊपर जाना है, so जब आप किसी हाइट पे होते हो तो एट द हाइट ओनली, ठीक है, जैसे सपोज करिए ये है, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास काइनेटिक एनर्जी है. विद द काइनेटिक एनर्जी यू आर मूविंग. हियर यू हैव पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. विद द हेल्प ऑफ पोटेंशियल एनर्जी यू विल बी एट दिस पर्टिकुलर height. Okay, again with the help of kinetic energy you are moving down. So now here you have potential energy 0. यहाँ पे potential energy 0 होगी because you are not at a height. So whenever an object is at a height, it is due to its potential energy. Mechanical energy is due to both kinetic and potential. To calculate the potential energy, formula is mgh. Clear? Energy concept. Now what is power? Power is work done upon time, right? How you are going to define power? W by T, right? How much work done in per unit time, that is your power ना, कि मेरे पास इतना पावर है, मैंने इतना काम किया इतने कम समय में, दैट इज द पावर. सो पावर इज व्हाट? पर यूनिट, वर्क डन पर यूनिट टाइम. ठीक है, पावर की यूनिट वॉट होती है. 1 किलोवाट इज 1000 वॉट. दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स, राइट. 1 हॉर्स पावर वैल्यू इज 746 वॉट. Commercial unit of energy is kilowatt hour. So whatever the power of electricity, whatever the electricity power come to us now, that is 1 horsepower, 746 watt actually. Okay, that 1 horsepower 746 watt on commercial unit of energy is kilowatt. So commercially the unit of power is unit of energy is kilowatt hour, whose value is 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Each and every line is very important and you may get a question in your exam. What are the commercial unit of power, right? What is the value of 1 kilowatt hour? How much joule? 1 kilowatt hour is how much joule? ठीक है. Then we have gravitation. So what is gravitation now? Gravitation basically like it is a kind of force. Okay, gravitation is a kind of force actually which pulls the object towards the earth. This is the universal law of gravitation actually, कि every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their mass and inversely proportional to the square distance between the center. ठीक है, तो actually what is the universal law says that in the universe every object attracts every other object. Okay, so every object attracts other object with some force. That force is called gravitational force. That force is what? Gravitational force. So this gravitational force is what? F. It says that every object in the universe attracts other object towards itself with a kind of force, and this force is directly proportional to what? Mass of both the object. ठीक है, जो दो ऑब्जेक्ट होंगे उनका अलग अलग मास होगा. So both, if the force of attraction act between both of them, so the force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the distance r square between them. So suppose this is your earth and this is your moon. Okay, mass m1, mass m2, distance between them r square, right? So force is directly proportional to m1 m2 by r square. Now the gravitational force between these two objects is what? m1 m2 by r square. So this is the formula. Okay, so now if you have to remove this directly proportionality, F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. F is equal to what? G m1 m2 upon r square. Now G is what? Now this G is what? Gravitational constant. Okay, G is what? Gravitational constant, which is whose value is 6.674 into 10 to the power 11 Newton per meter square per kg square. ठीक है, this value is remain constant forever. कभी भी कहीं भी जाओगे G की वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होगी. ठीक है, so try to memorize the value of G, try to memorize the formula. Now weight. What is the difference between weight and the mass? Weight is equal to m into G. Now G is what? Acceleration due to gravity. G is what? Acceleration due to gravity. So small g is 9.8 meter per second square on earth. Right, this is the value of G. Try to memorize these values. Now what is the difference between weight and mass, guys? See, mass is the amount of your matter. What is the mass of your matter? Na? Like you have electron, proton and neutron in your body. So whatever the mass of your body, like your muscles weight, your bones weight, that is the mass of your body. Weight is when your mass is multiplied with the G, acceleration due to gravity, that becomes weight. Clear? Like suppose you have your mass 1 kg, okay, but weight becomes 10 kg. So mass is 1 kg, but weight becomes 10 kg because G is approximately 10 meter per second square. So 1 into 10 will come the weight. Okay, mass will never change. Anywhere, whenever you go to any planet, your body mass will remain same, but the weight changes because weight depends upon the acceleration due to gravity. So according to the gravity of that planet, your body weight changes accordingly. That's why, you know, the moon gravitational acceleration due to gravity is 1/6 as compared to earth. That's why जब भी कोई एस्ट्रोनॉट मून पे जाते हैं, they started flying, right? वो ऐसे ऐसे फ्लाइंग करने लगते बिकॉज उनका वेट मास वेट बहुत कम हो जाता मास ग्रेविटेशन के अकॉर्डिंग एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे आर जस्ट फ्लाइंग. So these are the important point related to gravitational force. Like it binds the universe together, responsible for the motion of planet, satellite and falling of the object, and it causes tide due to the motion pull on earth. So these are the importance of the gravitation. Due to the gravitation only the universe binded together. It is responsible, like whatever the planet is moving around the sun and its own axis and all, na, that is due to gravity. Whatever the tide come on the sea and the ocean, na, that is due to the moon's pull on the earth. Then gravity on earth is acceleration due to gravity is small g. On earth the value is 9.8 and it is also 10 to the power meter per second square. Small g vary according to the location, right? It varies slightly with the height and location, right? So the relationship between small g and capital G is small g is equal to capital G mr square. Gravity, ठीक है, capital G is gravitational constant, right? So what you can say, small g is directly proportional to mass of the body, small g is inversely proportional to distance of an object. So क्या कहेंगे हम इनको कि जितना heavy mass होगा, right, more the mass more the acceleration due to gravity. तो जिस planet का जितना ज्यादा mass होगा उसकी एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी उतनी ज्यादा होगी, राइट? सो इफ अर्थ हैज more acceleration due to gravity, more small g value, that means it has more mass as compared to moon. Distance, as the distance increases between the masses, right, the acceleration due to gravity decreases. ठीक है? फ्री फॉल क्या होता है? ऑब्जेक्ट फॉलिंग ओनली अंडर ग्रेविटी, राइट? तो इफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज फॉलिंग ओनली अंडर ग्रेविटी, देन दैट इज कॉल्ड द फ्री फॉल. मतलब उस पे और कोई फोर्स एक्ट नहीं कर रहा है, only the gravitational force is acting and it is free falling, no other force is acting on that. So now here velocity at time t becomes gt. In free fall acceleration is g and distance is half gt square, right? So in that case the final velocity v is equal to u plus gt, distance cover s is equal to ut plus half gt square, and if the object is dropped u is equal to 0, तो अभी क्या हो जाएगा? v is equal to gt हो जाएगा and s is equal to half gt square हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Then what is buoyancy and Archimedes principle? So basically buoyancy is a kind of force, okay, due to which an object is in a air. ठीक है? That is the buoyant force. ऐसे समझो कि like suppose ये आपका water है, this is the water, okay, and if an object is floating over the water, if an object is floating over the water, then what happen? See, the gravitational force, you know, it try to pull the object downward, but the buoyant force try to pull the object upward. Always the buoyant force try to pull the object upward and the gravitational force try to pull the object downward, okay? Those, whatever the force will be higher, in that direction only the object will go. So now suppose agar gravitational force, if gravitational force is higher than the buoyant force, then what happen? Object sink, object क्या करेगा? डूब जाएगा, right? If buoyant force is more than gravitational force, then what happen? Object in air, but if the buoyant force, gravitational force equal to buoyant force, ठीक है, gravitational force buoyant force के equal हो जाएगा, then object floats. ठीक है, ऑब्जेक्ट क्या करेंगे? फ्लोट करेंगे. सो इफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज फ्लोटिंग, इन दैट केस buoyant force is equal to gravitational force. So buoyant force, buoyancy is what? Buoyancy is the force applying in an object due to which an object is in a air. Now upward force. So buoyancy is what? Upward force experienced by a body immersed in a fluid. This is what we call buoyant force, okay? Archimedes principle. So you all know about Archimedes. He was a great scientist, right? And he did an experiment over there, and with his experiment he just while taking bath only he got this idea that whenever a body is immersed in a fluid, it experiences an upward force equal to the weight of the fluid displaced. जैसे आप पानी में जाते हो तो आपका बॉडी हल्का होता है और आप ऊपर आ जाते हो, तो whatever amount of water you displaced with your mass, that amount of water replaced upside. So this is what we call Archimedes principle. Relative density is the density of a substance upon density of water. So try to remember these formula, okay? Next, gravitational force. These are the important points. Gravitational force act on all masses. Acceleration due to gravity is same for all object in a vacuum. Object with more mass don't fall faster, they fall at the same rate in the absence of air resistance, right? So whatever the object having more mass, like suppose you have a coin and you have a leaf, okay, आपके पास एक coin है and suppose you have a leaf. If both falling at a same time, which will fall faster? The object with more mass don't fall faster, they fall at the same rate in the absence of air. And what happened? Suppose they are in a vacuum. ये अभी वैक्यूम में है, कोई और फोर्स नहीं काम कर रहा है, नो एयर रेजिस्टेंस, नथिंग, दे बोथ फॉल एट द सेम रेट, राइट? तो दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल gravitation or free fall. Next we have wave. So this will cover in the next session. Only the wave topic is left here. In the next class we'll go with the another physics topics like electricity, magnetism and all. But first we'll cover this wave and then we'll move to the next part of your GAT physics. I hope you have understood all the topics. But yes, one thing is more. I'll just want to give you a list of a formula. Okay. These are the list of the formula. Okay, just try to note it down. That is, speed is what? V is equal to d by t. Acceleration v minus u by t. Force F into is equal to m into a. Work F into d. Power W into t. Kinetic energy half mv square. Potential energy mgh. Gravitation, free fall, and the speed of sound we'll discuss tomorrow, right? Or you can say in the next class we'll discuss all those points. So with this we are ending up today's session. Wave we will cover in the next part. Okay, so with this, thank you everyone. Bye bye, take care, meet you very soon in the next class. Thank you.